Okay. Never fails, there's always a little something that you forget to do. Okay. All right. So we have got, we've got a chat that is enabled during this call. And there are going to be a few people that are going to be monitoring the chat. Lou is going to be monitoring the chat, Sharon, Francis, and Kimberly. If you guys can keep an eye on that chat. And I'm going to present this class. It's going to be about 30 minutes long. And it's a class that was kind of exciting to me. I was just taking a lot of interest in all that I was doing. And so the topic of my class is healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy life. And isn't this quote so very true? An unhealthy mind, even in a healthy body, will ultimately destroy health. Now, I just want to let everybody know who's on this call. Two things. One is get your phones handy, because there are going to be some slides on this slideshow that you might want to take a screenshot of. I'm going to try to go slow enough so so that way you'll get a chance to screenshot it. And I want to let you folks know that at the end of class, as I always do, I give away some products. And so I'm going to be giving away some Wild Orange. I'm going to be giving away some On Guard. So anyway, hopefully some of you folks will win those products. All right, I wanted to talk just a little bit about doTERRA. All right, because I want everybody to know right off the bat that I am a doTERRA wellness advocate. I've been doing this for a little over 4 years now, and what I do is I teach people about alternative methods of health and wellness. All right, so we've got the traditional Western medicine where you go to the doctor. Oftentimes the doctor prescribes you a prescription, you take the prescription, and then you have side effects. Oftentimes the prescription will take care of the initial problem, but it'll create other problems, whether it be urinary tract infections, yeast infections, it could be anxiety, it could be heart palpitations, could be rashes. There's all kinds of things that that traditional medications and pharmaceuticals will do. But what I do is I teach folks about alternatives that they could try, that possibly could help in taking care of some of the different issues, the different problems, the different conditions that they might be having. All right, somebody said that they just dropped from the call because they lost Wi-Fi. So just keep on trying. All right, so doTERRA, founded in 2008, it was built on the mission of sharing the highest quality essential oils with the world. Having seen for themselves the incredible benefits that can be had from using these precious resources, a group of healthcare and business professionals set out to make this mission a reality. They formed a company and they named it doTERRA. And doTERRA just simply means gift of the earth. I love that name. Now, this is a founding executive of doTERRA. Her name is Emily Wright, and this is something that she had said. She said, what if we can go out into the world and we can find the world's most pure, most potent essential oils and really educate others to understand the power of these oils? That's exactly what we're here to do tonight. We're here to educate. We're not just here to sell and those types of things. We're here to educate. This class is all about education. So if you're wondering where to buy essential oils, you really don't have to look far. Why? Because wherever you look, they're all over the place. And they're literally, they're on the market, they're heavily contaminated, they're using adulterated or synthetic types of chemicals. But if you're buying essential oils, it means that you really want something completely natural and safe. That's the whole reason why people want to use essential oils, because they want something that's natural. They want something that's safe. So we want to make sure that we don't inadvertently buy something that we think is natural, but it turns out to be filled with synthetics. And that has happened so many times. You buy something that you think is good for you, and actually you find through whether it be testing with different testing companies or things like that, they find out that there's actually things in there that you don't want. All right. So what you want is essential oils that are safe, effective, and the most important thing to look for is purity. Pure essential oils allow you to reap the full benefits that nature has to offer. They can support you, empower you, revive you. And when using only the purest essential oils, you can be confident that they are safe to use for your family. So remember, you get what you pay for usually, and essential oils are no different. But they're everywhere, aren't they? We can find them in whether it's the grocery stores, whether it's the health food stores, you can even find them in the gas station, right? You can find them everywhere, even in your neighborhood market. But with so many choices, how do you know which ones are the best? What makes doTERRA different? And that's what I'm here to talk to you about for just a few moments before I go into the meat of this class. What makes doTERRA different? Well, when you use a bottle of doTERRA essential oil, you're using an oil that is pure. There are no contaminants. There are no filters. There's no adulterations. The essential oil industry did not have standards to ensure the purity, so doTERRA literally created one. And what they created is the CPTG Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Standard. And every batch of doTERRA essential oils goes through a rigorous testing process, well beyond that you might consider good enough. And then after that, every oil is sent to an independent third party for further testing and validation. And it's only after the oils pass those tests that it gets that label CPTG, or Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. So when you see that CPTG label on only doTERRA's essential oils, you're going to know that you're using the purest essential oils on the market. All righty. Oh, actually, you know what? I wanted to make mention of one more thing, just in case Maria has Davion by her. We've got a young man that might be on this call that he literally will take his phone. And did you guys know that, what is it called? The Q scanner? And we actually have that little Q code on each bottle. And what he does is he actually scans it, and you could see exactly where it was sourced, when it was sourced, and a lot of really awesome information. So they got that little Q code on there, which is kind of neat. I wanted to make mention of that. I wanted to talk very briefly about the sourcing, because I believe that sourcing is key. That we don't, before you do anything, you want to make sure that what you're getting is a reputable source, and that we're not overburdening the land, and it's total co-impact sourcing that doTERRA uses. All right, so they're responsible sourcing of those essential oils. There's several ways to produce essential oils, and not all essential oils are created equal. Some companies choose to cut costs by using low quality plants or adulterate their oils with cheap substances. While cutting corners might save an essential oil company time and money, it will result in a low quality oil. And unfortunately, many of the production methods in the essential oil industry can also be harmful to the environment, or they can result in unfair treatment of farmers and growers. And that's where I'm talking about that co-impact. So we're impacted, and we want to impact the lives of others. And so where do doTERRA essential oils come from? Every oil sold by doTERRA is responsibly and sustainably sourced. doTERRA focuses on sourcing practices that will produce only the highest quality essential oils, no matter the cost. We make it a top priority to protect the environment during the production process and provide fair treatment of all harvesters and growers. All right, so enough about that. I just wanted to kind of give some background on the company called doTERRA, just to, hopefully to cause everybody to understand that this isn't just any oil company, all right? So essential oils, they give us natural solutions to use for home and for health. Now, the first thing that we do need to talk about is the basis of wellness, all right? So the basis of wellness isn't just, popping a couple drops of essential oils in a glass and drinking it, or maybe taking a vitamin and taking that and just going about your day eating chips and candy and soda pop and, whatever. The basis of wellness, the very foundational basis of our health and wellness is going to be what we eat, what we drink, how we digest, how we eliminate. What's founded upon that is our exercise. How much sunshine do we get? Do any of us exercise or get outside enough? I know I don't. And then, of course, rest, being able to reduce stress, being able to manage your moods. And now we're going to talk more about what we can actually utilize to cleanse, to take away the toxicity, to give us some self-care, and then the proactive medical care, which is going to, those last three are going to be where essential oils and supplementation come in. So look at the bottom, which health issues which health issues down there at that bottom affect you? What affects your family? Does anybody suffer from migraines? Anybody suffer from pain? Anybody have low energy or high anxiety or digestive issues? There's all kinds of issues that we deal with on a day-to-day, on a week-to-week basis. I used to suffer from migraines. That was pretty much one of the only things down there at the bottom that I suffered from. And that was a few years ago. And I'm very, very pleased to say that through the use of supplementation and essential oils, I have not gotten a migraine in years. And literally the migraines that I got took me down for at least a day, sometimes two. And it didn't just take me down to where I was in the bed. The only time that I could get up out of bed was to go to the bathroom to get sick, because that's how bad the migraines were. I don't miss those migraines, and I never want to see one again. And so I'm going to stay with the regimen that I continue to do right now. And if anybody wants additional information on that, just let me know and I can give you some additional information. So here's where the supplementation, before we talk about essential oils, before we go into the mental health, the literal foundation of supplementation, of those things that we might put in for prevention, is going to start with supplementation. And that's where incorporating lifelong vitality into your daily life is a very good way to start. I've been taking these supplements for the past 3.5 years, and I believe it's the thing that has totally eradicated the migraines from my life. And all I can say is good riddance to those migraines. I don't miss them one bit. So you combine your supplementation with healthy eating, exercise, and all of those other things that we just spoke about, and you're on your way to good health. All right, so what we want to do is we want to talk just a little bit now about essential oils and just how safe they are. So here we have deaths during a 2-year period. And you look at the deaths due to FDA-approved prescription drugs. Now, these are FDA-approved prescription drugs. 212,000 deaths. How many deaths do unapproved? Right? We don't have that FDA label, so they're unapproved. 0 deaths. What that tells you is that essential oils can do no damage. They can only do good. So you know what I have to say? What do we have to lose? Nothing. And we have everything to gain. Oops. All righty. So I wanted to use this slide just to show some of, and this is just a fraction of the essential oils that we can talk about and some of the health benefits that they provide to you, such as lavender. Lavender is the key name for lavender is all things calming. And I know Kimberly always calls it the Swiss Army knife. But all things calming, lavender. It's good for anxiety. It's good for emotional well-being. It's very good for anything skin related. It's very good for restful sleep. If you diffuse it, You put a drop on your pillow. You rub some on the bottom of your feet, and it's very good for good quality sleep. Which, remember, good quality sleep was one of the foundations of living a well lifestyle, healthy and well. It's good for bee stings. Melaleuca, same thing. It's good for all things for the skin. It's first aid. However, Melaleuca it's an antibacterial, antiviral. It's good for rashes. It's very good for your scalp, for your hair, for your feet and your toenails. And the reason why is because it's also antifungal, all right? As well as oregano. If you go all the way over to the right side of the screen, oregano is the same. It's antifungal, it's antiviral, it's antibacterial, all right? And then we've got peppermint, which is very good for digestion. It's very good for alertness. If you maybe need a midday pick-me-up, you put a drop of peppermint in the palm of your hand and take a deep inhalation, and it wakes you up. If you're taking a long drive, you keep that peppermint right next to you. Very good for head tension. I know a lot of people that have had headaches and they ask what they could do, and you give them a little drop of peppermint and you just kind of give your temples a nice little massage, or the back of your neck. It's also very cooling if you're hot. It cools your body. All right, and then you've got lemon. I literally have lemon in my water all day long, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to take a little sip. We've got frankincense, which frankincense, it's called the king of the oils for very good reason. We're going to talk about frankincense in just a few minutes, but right at this moment, I just want to state that it is good for your skin. It's very good for stress, very good for tension. It's excellent for immune function, which at this time and at any time, we need to strengthen our immune system. It lifts your mood. So if you're down, it lifts you up. If you're excited, it relaxes you. It's a very good oil to diffuse at night. It's a very relaxing oil. And then there's On Guard, which literally at church, sometimes we diffuse On Guard to clean the air. Deep Blue, very, very good for muscle aches, muscle tension. We also have this in a rub. There's Breathe, which is very good for any kind of sinus issue. It just opens you up. Some people put it in their CPAP, helps you to get a good night's sleep. There's Digest Zen. My daughter called me this morning and said, "Mom, I need more Digest Zen." She takes it with her breakfast. She takes it with her lunch. She takes it with her dinner. She's got IBS, and this is her way of keeping it under control. And boy, does it work. Down at the bottom, we've got Elevation, which just as its name says, it elevates, increases vitality, puts you in a good mood. Serenity does just the opposite, as it relaxes and gives you a restful sleep. Serenity is probably one of my early favorites. I just absolutely love the smell. And then there's Balance, which helps us to calm those anxious feelings, promotes tranquility and a sense of balance. And then there's Slim and Sassy. For those of us trying to lose weight, what it does, and not that it's a magic pill or anything, but you put a couple drops in your water as you're trying to lose weight, and what it does is it helps that metabolism, especially as we get older. Our metabolism is not what it used to be, right? And so this particular oil helps to boost the metabolism. And then there's Past Tense, which is a tension blend, and this is in a roller bottle. And this is very, very good. I've heard some really good things about this oil for head and neck tension, for headaches, and even migraines. All right, so I wanted to talk just a little bit about 6 of the major health impacts in our country. The number 1 is hypertension. So 12.5. So 1 out of every 10 people is walking around with some type of hypertensive disorder. And it could be, there's kidneys that are involved. Kidneys and heart work together hand in hand with our blood pressure. All right, so you can have chronic kidney disease with hypertension. You can have heart disease with hypertension. so hypertension is a very big deal. Major depression is next. So almost 1 of every 10th person walking around in society is dealing with some type of a depression. That's too many people. Too many people are not happy. And that's what I said at the very beginning. Remember that quote that was at the very beginning? That the health of our mind, if the health of our mind is not powerful, is not strong, the health of our body doesn't matter. The health of our mind can actually influence the health of our body. And depression is something that it cannot be underestimated. It's definitely it's got its grip in society today. And I think at any given time, we might deal with different aspects of depression. Maybe we lose somebody close to us. Maybe we're going through something very difficult in our life. So there's times where we might all be at different levels of depression, but to the extent that we see people today where they're on, just all kinds of pharmaceuticals, it's a lot of that can actually be relieved and alleviated in different ways. So the third is high cholesterol. 8.6% of the population deals with that. Coronary artery disease, another very high number. Type 2 diabetes. So what is it? 5.5% of the population deal with that. So what is that? 1 out of every 20th person is dealing with diabetes. And then you've got substance use disorders. So what we want to do is we want to talk about how we can utilize essential oils to bring about the health that we desire. And for anybody on this call that does not think that that's possible, my goal tonight is to change your mind. Because as I have personally noticed, and others that are on this Zoom have also personally experienced, these oils work. If they didn't, I would not be here. So you've got immune support and the germ busters, oregano, melaleuca, which is the same as tea tree, On Guard, and frankincense. Now remember, I was talking about that earlier. Literally pharmaceutical strength oils. We've got the stress. Okay, so we go to the doctor to get medications to deal with stress and anxiety and to help us sleep. Maybe we could try a bottle of lavender. You never know. What do you have to lose? You have everything to gain. You've got peppermint for energy, for focus, for cooling. Well, we go to the doctor for pick-me-up, right? What about peppermint and Digestin, all things tummy? How many over-the-counter and pharmaceutical remedies are prescribed for digestive issues today? It is probably one of the highest pharmaceutical, dispensement of medication is for digestive issues. I know my daughter, like I said, she's got IBS, and we searched high and low for answers for her. And she absolutely loves that Digestin. And if she can keep it under control with that, and she doesn't have to take pharmaceuticals, I just say, thank you. I am so very glad that we have options, that we have natural solutions. I like this picture, and so I wanted to include it in the slide because a lot of people, they overlook the feet, right? They overlook the feet. So look at the feet. Look at all these points. Take a snapshot if you need. I'm not sure if my picture here is in your way. I don't even know if anybody can see that picture there, but anyway, so we've got the 2 feet, and we've got all of these areas. We can literally apply essential oils for our overall well-being and our health, whether it's for sleep, whether we have issues with our thyroid, whether we have issues with our heart, whether we have kidney problems, whether we have issues maybe with, I don't know, maybe knee pain or back pain. Look at all of these points where we can be applying essential oils. And if anybody is interested in learning more about this, I have got a book that has got tons of information about just what I'm talking about. Okay, and I'd be happy to share it with anybody who's interested. Just let me know. All right, so with the remainder of this class, we want to talk about mental health. It's a very, very important topic. We touched on it just briefly, but I want to go into it just a little bit more. All right, so we have got remedies, we have got oils that actually are very, very beneficial and have not only would I recommend it, but these oils have actually proved themselves in these ways. So we've got lavender essential oil, which is one of the most commonly used in aromatherapy, and it has many purported benefits. Lavender has a soft, pleasant smell that helps create a sense of calm. A study conducted in dental offices found that patients waiting anxiously for procedures felt more at ease when lavender was diffused in the room. Now, which of us on this Zoom call likes to go to the dentist? I want to know if anybody on this call likes to go to the dentist, because that's not normal. Nobody likes to go to the dentist, right? Which of us, goes in and when we hear no cavities, it's like we just breathe a sigh of relief, right? Because that means we're not getting those needles, stuck in us. Those needles are killer, right? I had to cancel my dentist appointment back in May due to the COVID, and I'm not really looking forward to having to make the appointment. I need to make it, but I'm not really looking forward to it. But anyway, here's another really interesting fact about lavender. Women in labor are often encouraged to use lavender essential oils by doulas and midwives to help ease nervousness and anxiety. And I know we have at least one woman on this call that's pregnant. Additionally, one study found that diffusing lavender after giving birth may help ease symptoms of depression associated with hormonal fluctuation. Now, those of us who have had children, we understand it's called the postpartum blues, right? I know I felt it, and probably every woman that's had children has felt it to some extent or another, some maybe just slightly, and some maybe not so slightly. And so here we go, lavender. Lavender is also commonly used for sleep issues and can act as a sedative. One study found that when added to a healthy bedtime routine, participants who inhaled lavender reported better quality sleep and more energy during the day. Now, isn't that a very interesting fact? Now, if anybody wants to screenshot this, you've got all these uses of the lavender on the other side, and I purposely put that there just for some additional information. All righty, now this is an oil that I thought was kind of interesting. I would have not thought that cedarwood would have been in this protocol, but it is. Now, if anybody wants to take a snapshot of these diffuser blends, we've got Ocean Breeze, Room Freshener, Citrus Dreams, Out Like a Light, Elevate, Stress Less. But cedarwood essential oil has been found to have stress-relieving properties, especially for those who experience high stress at work or school. Now, I'll tell you what, when I just took that CPC test, you want to talk about some stress? I am so thankful to be done with that board exam. That was the hardest exam I've ever taken in my life, and I've taken some hard ones. But I tell you what, I was putting some oils on. I put Deep Blue on my neck. I had Intune going. I was oiled up for that test, and thankfully I passed, and I passed on the first try. That was a no joke exam. Anyway, inhaling cedarwood at work has shown in one study to improve performance and promote focus. A study conducted on rats that has yet to enter into human trials confirmed that cedarwood may be useful in treating symptoms of depression. Now look at this. This is literally a study that is being done. And this is just one of many oils. We have yet to talk about some of the others. There are several types of cedarwood oils, all of which may carry different levels of effectiveness depending on the person. Very interesting. All righty. I could talk about frankincense all night long, but we don't have all night long, so I'm going to be brief. That top picture is just an incredible view of a single frankincense tree growing in the middle of the desert. Whether it's Pakistan, whether it's Ethiopia, these trees grow in the most harshest conditions. And the harvesting of frankincense oil is something that we could talk about for hours. It is an incredible process. You can Google the harvesting of frankincense, and you would be amazed. Frankincense has been said to help lift mood and balance hormones, especially in women. One study which used frankincense alongside other oils known to promote relaxation found that the combination was effective in alleviating depression for terminally ill patients and may have helped with pain management as well. Another study conducted on mice found that frankincense stimulates the portion of the brain that regulates emotions, in addition to activating a protein that plays a role in the perception of warmth. These effects together can create a sense of comfort and peace. Now, this isn't just something that is being said. These are things that are actually being studied. Now, I know that a lot of people have got issues with lab rats, but boy, I'll tell you what, these lab rats they're getting some pretty decent treatment. I wouldn't mind if somebody treating me with frankincense all day long. Would you? The top 10 surprising uses for frankincense oil. I'm sure everybody is reading this. Relieves stress, promotes good sleep, boosts immunity, reduces inflammation, fights oral infections, reduces the risk of cancer. That's pretty interesting. They're actually doing studies in Johns Hopkins on frankincense oil and cancer. Frankincense oil nourishes skin and prevents acne. It relieves digestive problems, alleviates respiratory issues, and balances hormonal levels. I take frankincense every single day. Chamomile. Now, chamomile is often used to treat many physical symptoms that are associated with inflammation. Chamomile acts as an anti-inflammatory and can restore balance to aggravated bodily systems. Additionally, chamomile has been shown to ward off symptoms of depression and help increase motivation. Chamomile is especially recommended when anxiety and depression are causing digestive issues, as it may help promote relaxation while also alleviating inflammation in the gut. Now, I know everybody has heard of, chamomile tea, which is, very, very good for, for rest, for sleep, for stomach issues. You could even give it to your babies, put a little bit of chamomile in their bottles. But look at all of these benefits of chamomile: insomnia, depression, eczema, arthritis, antioxidant, antiviral, antifungal, a natural insecticide. It calms, it relaxes, it's an anti-inflammatory, it alleviates stress, reduces anxiety, it's antibacterial, it's good for allergy maintenance, menstrual cramps, and aids in digestion. What an incredible essential oil. Last but not least, good old grapefruit, right? Grapefruit. Grapefruit essential oil has an uplifting and an invigorating effect and may help you feel more energized. It's also commonly recommended to help fight cravings when in recovery from addiction to drugs or alcohol. People in early sobriety often battle a wide range of mental health issues and withdrawal symptoms that may last for weeks or months. Essential oil therapy is a holistic method that may be added to an addiction treatment program to help increase the chances of success and promote lasting wellness. Now, I know for myself, what I like grapefruit for is when you eat a grapefruit, you really don't want to eat other things. Grapefruit it's got that taste all in its own that once you eat it, it's kind of like you just don't want to eat anything else. And I absolutely love grapefruit. But look at this, it's a good antiseptic. It relieves anxiety and stress. Put a couple drops in the diffuser and that's great. Regular doses decreases your appetite. It boosts your immune system, keeps the body free from toxins, stimulates the brain. Who doesn't need a little bit of that, right? And it keeps your skin clean. Wonderful, wonderful benefits. One thing to remember about grapefruit as well as any of the citrus fruits is you want to be very careful about putting them on right before you go out into the sun because it can, give you some photosensitivity. So you got to be real careful with that. All right, wanted to talk just about a couple of different kits that doTERRA offers to folks who do want to get the essential oils into their life. This is a healthy home kit, which gives you much more than just the essential oils. It gives you things to take the toxins out of your home, such as cleaning products, hand soap, toothpaste, which I absolutely love, shampoo and conditioner. It gives you all of these oils: lavender, lemon, tea tree, peppermint, breathe, digescent, on guard, deep, frankincense, oregano, and then it gives you the diffuser as well. Healthy Habits Kit, this is going to give you some supplementation, as well as the Deep Blue Rub, which is probably one of my favorite products in the world. It literally just makes anybody feel better. And we've got a Healthy Start Kit, which gives you 10 of the foundational oils: lavender, lemon, peppermint, tea tree, oregano, frankincense, deep blue, breathe, digescent, on guard, and it gives you a diffuser as well. And this last kit, I want to talk about this kit here for just a moment, because the class that we had tonight, this particular kit has got some very interesting oils in it. It gives you many of the oils that was in that last kit, but it gives you a couple of oils that were not in that last kit. These are also large bottles. They're 3 times the size of that last kit. It's called the Healthy Essentials Kit. I want to talk just a little bit about 2 of the oils in particular that are in this kit that I think you would find very interesting. The first one is an oil called Copaiba. And Copaiba is a unique blend of 4 different species exclusive to doTERRA. This oil affords us the same therapeutic properties without the use of cannabis and without any legal ramifications. doTERRA's Copaiba does not contain THC or CBD, and it's not derived from cannabis, but it does replicate the powerful benefits that are found in the CBD oil. There are no psychoactive, there's no high effects associated with Copaiba, but you can use it for liver, for antioxidant support, for cardiovascular health. It gives you, or it helps you to sustain proper immune response, digestive support, and proper neurological function. We're talking about some of those issues that we were talking about tonight, whether it be anxiety, depression, hyperactivity, those types of things. Very, very good for some of those particular issues, and very good for respiratory function. You can take this internally, you can diffuse it, you can put it on your skin. It's just a very, my son actually uses it. He does the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he would put on the Copaiba on his joints, because if anybody knows anything about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when you're done, your joints have taken a beating. And he would rub it on instead of the CBD, and he liked it. This is an unbelievable and fairly new oil. It's a blend from doTERRA. It's called Adaptive. And it's literally called the calming blend, all right? Helps to boost the mood. It complements effective work and study. It's a calming and relaxing aroma that increases the feelings of tranquility. And it reduces feelings of anxiousness and tension. You can apply it topically to the web of your hand, to the base of your neck and your shoulders, and the base of your skull for mental wellness protocol. So very, very interesting oil indeed, if anybody wanted to take a screenshot of that. Here's one more to take a screenshot, and this will be my last slide. So how do you want to feel? Do you want to feel empowered? Do you want to try natural solutions? Do you want to lessen your toxicity in your home? Do you want to try something that you would have nothing to lose and everything to gain? No side effects, no adverse effects, no overdoses. A dose is literally 1 to 3 drops. The cost of oils compared to pharmaceuticals, you can't even compare. 1 to 3 drops of an essential oil. So here are some diffuser blends if you'd like to take a screenshot before I stop this screen share. Happy, confident, motivated, focused, peaceful, carefree, inspired, and energetic. Some awesome diffuser blends. And I'm just really, really loving diffuser blends. So I figured if I love them, that you all would love them as well. That is the end of my class. And I'm going to go ahead and stop